Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 12th edition of the FTTH Conference.
Good morning also, and welcome to this venue, Expo 21 Warszawa. It's great to see that so many of you have made it here to discuss the only future-proof broadband solution for Europe, fiber to the home. And the opening show was just one example of how impressive it is when telecommunications connect people and businesses.
I agree. What a great battle at the beginning. And yes, you won because you have a fiber connection. I don't have it, so I didn't win the race. It's just a bit more than 60 years ago. The European coal and steel community was founded with a project to create a united Europe working together on an industrial, commercial, and social level in order to make war no longer possible on our continent. And I think we can be proud of the outcome, the European Union. Nadia, I'm also sure that you're proud that the initiator of this project, Robert Schuman, was a French minister.
Yes, Hartwig, but you know, this was not the only French idea that was adopted by the whole of Europe. Think about the revolutions against the absolute monarchs on our continent, and our well-known national motto, liberty, equality, fraternity, which fits really well with the telecommunications of the 21st century. I think that no other technology has ever matched the internet in enabling people to connect and to communicate in such a free and open way.
Good point, Nadia. And in the same way that coal and steel united Europe in the 1950s, broadband has the potential to connect the continent today. This is something we all together really need to work on. All European citizens should have the chance to connect to superfast, future-proof broadband networks based on fiber. By removing the bottlenecks of broadband connectivity, we pave the way to digital society on our continent. There's a lot happening in Europe on this topic. Don't you agree, Nadia?
Indeed, the new European Commission made some significant announcements on broadband and on the digital society when they took office in November last year. The Juncker investment plan could trigger up to 40 billion euros of investment in fiber network. And 2 commissioners were appointed to cover the topic of telecommunications. So I think this is a strong signal that broadband is very high on the Brussels agenda.
Yeah, and let's just hope that they find a good way of splitting their workload and work together. At the moment, they are very busy, and neither of both could make it to the FTTH conference today. But Commissioner Oettinger made sure that his messages are spread here in Warsaw. Our keynote, Anna Herold, will give us insights on the European Commission point of view on broadband in her keynote later on.
And let's hope also that fiber to the home will no longer be a rude word in Brussels, because the outdated technology neutrality paradigm remains a real hurdle to fiber progress in Europe. And we are quite adamant at the FTTH Council Europe, we are quite adamant on this point. Market players are free to choose any technology, but when public money is involved, only future-proof solutions should be supported, and nobody should be allowed to waste taxpayers' money on solutions that will be outdated in 3 to 5 years.
I fully agree with you, Nadia. Now, at this point, halfway through the period of the digital agenda for Europe, we have the unique opportunity to review the targets and make them suitable for what broadband demand really will be in 2020. This review should start with a serious look at the digital divide in Europe, which is a result of the broadband targets in the digital agenda. Indeed, who has the power to decide if you only qualify for 30 megabit second-class internet, or if you're a lucky 100 megabit target winner? I live in a rural area in Austria. I cannot accept that decision makers tell me it's my fault that I can only qualify for 30 megabit second-class internet. That I am just stupid because I'm living on the countryside.
Hartwig, I know. This issue of fiber in rural areas always makes you very passionate. But it's true. It is a real challenge for Europe to ensure that all citizens get a decent connection so they can participate in the digital society. The FTTH Council Europe calls for action on this point, and we will work together with the decision makers, operators, the investment community to create a positive environment for the rollout of fiber networks to everyone in Europe. Actually, our new operator observer status allows the FTTH Council Europe to offer even additional support to fiber operators on the continent.
Yes, Nadia, that's right. And I promise we will even double our efforts. Let's continue in the spirit of the founders of the project for European peace and success. Let's learn from the fun and from the positive emotions and energy that develop when people like our two gamers play together across borders. Let's enjoy borderless online applications and services at home and at work. Let's connect people and businesses. Let's create a connected continent.
Sounds like a great proposition. And actually, it is a perfect transition now to give the floor to decision makers so they can share their views on the importance of broadband. And we have a real impressive lineup of top-level speakers in our opening session today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud and honored to have Mr. Andrzej Halicki, Minister of Administration and Digitization of the Republic of Poland, right here at our conference. Minister Halicki, the floor is yours.